Hello friends, welcome to another captivating video of Wisdom Zone. This is Shubro, and as you have guessed it correctly, today we have the second part of 10 most beautiful English vocabulary for daily English conversation, where we are going to discuss 10 more beautiful English vocabulary for daily English conversation, and I'm going to show you how you can replace the word very and use a better and advanced vocabulary in your daily conversation, which is going to totally transform your communication and give you a new dimension to your communication. So if you haven't subscribed to Wisdom Zone yet, please do not wait and subscribe to Wisdom Zone and hit the bell icon and continue watching this video till the end so that you can learn all those 10 vocabulary which I'm going to discuss today. So without further ado, let's get started. So as you see on your screen, today we have 10 most beautiful English vocabulary for daily English conversation, and this is the part 2. As you know, I have already discussed the first part few days back, and the link of that particular video is given in the description. So if you haven't checked it, please go through the video, and especially for the new viewers, you find that video extremely useful. So please go through the video, please go through the first part of 10 most beautiful English vocabulary for daily English conversation, and I have shared the link in the description. So without further ado, let's get started with the second part. So as you see on your screen, the first word which we have is very scared, and let me tell you, today also we will learn how we can replace words using very. Okay, how we can exactly replace very and use a better and a more beautiful word, right? So as you see on your screen, the first word which we have is very scared. We sometimes say very scared. So instead of very scared, we can use the word terrified. Let me type the meaning. Is terrified, as you see on your screen. So today also we will learn how we can replace very and use a better and also an advanced vocabulary. As you see on your screen, the first one is very scared, so we can replace very scared and use the term terrified. So let me type it, terrified. And also we can use the term petrified. I have also typed petrified. You can use terrified or petrified in place of very scared. So let me quickly read out the examples. Smith was terrified to see so many stray dogs. That means he was very scared. Okay, so or extremely afraid. So that's the way you can use this term terrified instead of saying very scared or very afraid or extremely afraid. You can use the term terrified or petrified. So let's quickly turn our attention towards the second term, that is very confused. So we can also replace very confused and we can use the term bewildered. Let me pronounce it once again. It's bewildered. And also we can use another term, that is perplexed. So as I'm typing the words as you see on your screen, instead of very confused, you can use the term bewildered or you can use perplexed. As you see, I have typed both the words bewildered and perplexed. So let's see the example how we can use this. As you see on your screen, the example is given. Let me read it out. Deborah was bewildered to get a legal notice from her landlord. That means she was extremely confused. She was perplexed, also, you can say, to get a sudden legal notice from her landlord, maybe asking her to vacate, right? So that's why she was bewildered or very confused. So we are replacing very confused and we can use bewildered. And also perplexed can be used, which I have already mentioned, right? So up next we will see the third vocabulary, beautiful vocabulary which we can use in place of very costly and luxurious. As you see on your screen, very costly and luxurious. Instead of that, what we can use the word sumptuous, right? So let me pronounce it once again. It's sumptuous. Okay, that means very costly and luxurious. So you can use the word sumptuous. Okay, so let me read out the example. They bought a sumptuous penthouse in the city. That means it was very costly and luxurious, or lavish also you can say, right? That is sumptuous. Okay, So up next we will see how we can replace very crowded. That's the fourth one. As you see on your screen, very crowded. We often use the expression that the place is very crowded. So instead we can use the term congested. Let me pronounce it as congested. And as you see, I have typed also congested. So instead of very crowded, we can use congested. So let's see the example. I often reach office late because of congested roads. Okay, as because the roads are so crowded, I reach late. That is the reason. Okay, so that's the way you can use this term congested. That means you can say jam or packed. Okay, or very crowded. So instead of very crowded, we can next time use the term congested. So let us quickly turn our attention to the fifth vocabulary which we are going to use to replace very difficult. As you see on your screen, very difficult. So instead of very difficult, what we can use the term arduous. Let me pronounce it once again. It's arduous. Let me pronounce it again. It's arduous. Arduous means very difficult. Okay, so let's see the example. One has to take an arduous path to climb Mount Everest. This may be a new one for you, so please remember the term that is arduous. Okay, that is the replacement of very difficult. Instead of that, we can say arduous, right? So up next we will see the sixth one, that is very important, and how we can replace very important. It is yes. Know that. So we overuse this term very important. So instead of very important, we can use the term essential. Let me type the meaning essential. And also we can use the term crucial. So essential is frequently used and it fits correctly. We can use crucial also. Instead of very important, next time you can try this term essential or crucial. So let's quickly read the example. As you see on your screen, it is essential to take COVID vaccination. Yes, it is really essential. Okay, and it is crucial to take COVID vaccination. Okay, so up next we will see the next one, that is number 7, how we can replace very useful, which is commonly used, also very useful. So instead of very useful, what we can use the beautiful vocabulary beneficial. Let me type it once again. It's beneficial. Okay, as I'm pronouncing it, beneficial. You can replace very useful, as I have typed also beneficial, right? So next time instead of very useful, you use beneficial. So let's see the example. Sam bought the latest 5G handset as it is beneficial for him. That is very useful, right, for him. So that's the way you can use the term beneficial instead of very useful, right? So let's move on. Let's turn our attention towards the 8th vocabulary which we can use, and we can replace very poor, which is commonly used, that he is very poor. So what we can use the term indigent. Let me pronounce it once again. It's indigent. Indigent means very poor. Okay, so as I have also typed it over here, indigent, as you see on your screen. So next time do not say that he is very poor, you can say he is indigent. Okay, so let's see the example on your screen. We should donate for the relief of indigent people. That is obviously correct. So we should donate as much as possible as per our capability. Okay, for the relief of poor people or very poor indigent people, right? So that's the way you can use the term indigent in place of very poor. So next time try this word. Also you can comment below. So up next, let us turn our attention towards the 9th beautiful vocabulary which we can use to replace very rich. So we have two options over here. Let me tell you the first one. The first one is affluent. Okay, let me pronounce it once again. It's affluent. It's the first option which you can use instead of very rich. You can say affluent. Okay, and the next one which we have, next option is opulent. Let me pronounce it once again. It's opulent and affluent. Okay, both are the two options which we have. We can use both in place of very rich, affluent or opulent, right? So I have given an example with affluent. As you see the example, let's read it out. He doesn't understand the problems of underprivileged as he is from an affluent family. That means he's from a very rich family, opulent family. That's why he doesn't understand the problem of underprivileged. Okay, people who are needy, who are deprived from the facilities, right? So at last, let's turn our attention towards the 10th vocabulary which we can use, 10th beautiful vocabulary which we can use instead of very risky or dangerous. As you see on your screen, very risky or dangerous. Instead of that, what we can use? We can use this term hazardous. Let me pronounce it once again. Is hazardous. I'm typing it on the screen. As you see, it's hazardous. So instead of very risky or very dangerous, next time you can use the term hazardous, right? So let's quickly read the example. Frontline workers always work in hazardous conditions. Yes, really they do. Okay, they at times risk their life because they don't get proper healthy conditions, right? So they work in hazardous conditions. As we saw during the COVID, so many health workers got affected. So we should also appreciate their work. So I hope you understood this 10 beautiful vocabulary and how we can replace very in a smart manner. So let me quickly scroll up. As you see, I'm scrolling up so that you can see all the 10 vocabulary. Now I'm scrolling down slowly so that you can take a screenshot of the meanings as well as the examples, right? So try to use them and make sentences and comment below. And I'm quite sure you found this video extremely helpful as usual. And if you haven't subscribed to Wisdom Zone, please do not forget to subscribe and hit the like button and continue watching this channel and stay tuned for further informative videos.